What's up, guys? It's Phone Finds episode 85, and I know it's been not a long time, but it's been a bit since I last made a video, and I have to apologize for that. It's just, I haven't been finding anything good, which, hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I actually forgot to get two things out from the last time I went. But yeah, like I said, it's been a bit since I've made a video, since I have had little success in finding things. My regular target, and last time I found two things, they were just two dumb phones, and those aren't good enough to deserve their own video. But I went to the other Target I sometimes go to, and my awesome AT&T, and of course I got stuff from there because the AT&T is just great there. And finally emptied the Target bin there, so I was actually able to get some stuff. So let's start with the worst find. Okay, I guess no, it's not that. I think it'd be this. This is some Alcatel flip phone. This came from the AT&T bin. This is the worst find because, I mean, as you can see, the hinge is all messed up, and this thing is broken. All it does is show a white screen. It didn't come with a battery, but I have the same phone except with the battery, so I just tested it, and yeah, it just shows a white screen. It's practically useless. I might put this back in the bin, to be honest, because I have no reason to have this phone. Well, maybe I'll try repairing it, but I'm just like, who cares? Next worst find is probably going to be this. It's, I know it's an AT&T brand. I think it's a Singular Flip of some sort. Singular Flip 4, maybe? I can't remember. This also doesn't work. All it does is charge the battery. Like, it'll get warm, it does not try to turn on at all, no matter what you do, no matter how long you hold the power button. It's so weird. Oops, because it still has like the little wrapping paper on the front of the screen, yet the water damage indicator was red when I opened the case, so I was just like, I don't know the deal with this phone. Next up, that also came from AT&T, by the way. This came from Target. This is well, it doesn't have a battery, so I'm going to show you. Samsung SGH X495. This is very similar to my T309 phone, except white. It's in pretty nice shape, but I don't know if it works because I don't have a battery for it, and you really can't get batteries for these anymore because they're just old. And the only phone I have that takes this battery, the battery's also dead on, right, completely, so it does not work at all. So it's just a shame. I'm sure it does work fine though, despite the red water indicator. But alas, kind of a shame because it's kind of a stylish looking phone. Alright, time to show some working stuff. Show these three at once, because these actually are not finds. Like I said, these are not finds. These are actually phones given to me by my grandparents. They just had these laying around. So it's like, do you want them? And they gave them to me on Thanksgiving. So I was like, absolutely, I want them. So thank you. It's the first one. I forget what it's called, but it's just some Motorola flip phone. It's on track phone. It's very similar to the C319, I think it's called, or the little bar phone. It's basically the bar phone except a what is it? Not a bar, just a flip phone. I think this thing actually doesn't use a beeper speaker, though. It uses like a mock-up Yamaha chip. I don't know how it works. It's made by SunPlus. It's very interesting. I don't know about dumb phone lore, because I'm not a dumb phone connoisseur. But yeah, I'd hope to get this phone working soon. I don't think I have a charger for it. Next up is this LG phone. I also forget what it's called. I'll just take the battery out when I'm done with it. Can't really do a whole lot with it because it doesn't have the SIM card it came with, and track phones are stupid, so even if you put in a track phone SIM card, it still won't work because it needs the exact SIM card that this phone took when it, was like new, or when it was actually still used as a phone, and that's probably long gone. So you can't really do much with this phone, unfortunately. But yeah, it's kind of cool looking. Close that. What model is it? Try and do this on camera. I doubt I can. Not even remove the battery. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, what model is this phone? Because someone's going to want to know. That's the model. I'm not gonna bother reading it. And then there's this LG, the one that actually can do stuff with it. The reason this back looks like that because there was some personal stuff. I wanted some phone numbers, but I took that out because I'm not trying to dox my grandparents or dox anybody for that matter. This is very similar to the B470 except it has a different front. But as you can see, as soon as you open it, it's just a B470. Yeah, I haven't bothered to take the picture of their Jeep off of it. Sorry. But yeah, this thing works fine. Not a whole lot to say about it. It's just your average LG track phone. If you have a B470 or have ever used one of these type of phones, you know exactly what it's like. One of my first finds is a phone similar to this. Alright, back to the finds. Then I guess we can start out with more working stuff, kind of. Or no, I'll get to one more thing. From like an older thing. I kind of went out of order. Oops. This is an LG VX4500, I think it is. I kind of forget the model name. That's probably wrong. I got this from the Target bin a few weeks ago, and in true LG fashion, it is boot looping, as you can see. Very funny. So yeah, this thing probably doesn't work, like at all. As you can see, it's just boot looping. So I'm going to do that until the battery dies. I already have one of these that does work, so it's not a huge loss. And I also got this ZTE of some sort. I forget the model number of it as well. There's just some numbers, I think. This thing clearly just runs Android. My wallpaper's on it, and if I think you go to the settings, yeah, this is obviously just an Android phone. I'm pretty sure, based on what my brother told me, that the package installer for the apps is on there, but it just says access denied, so you can't like just install APKs on it, unfortunately, which is a shame. Yeah, it's just an Android. Yep, that's the model number. Z whatever. Yep, it's a dumb phone pretending to be a smartphone, or a smartphone pretending to be a dumb phone, whichever you choose. Pretty good shape. Nothing too bad about it. That came from my regular Target, like I think I stated that. Last dumb phone, I promise. This came from the other Target I sometimes go to. It's a Sanyo of some sort. I actually don't even know the model number of this one because I just didn't check. It works totally fine. It's pretty cool. I already have one of these, except on a weird carrier. I think Ready Mobile or something like that. That this is the actual Sprint one. I got that from those new in-box lot I got a while back. Still have those, but yeah, this is a different color and is the actual Sprint one, so it's different. Pretty neat. I mean, nothing much to say about it. It's a dumb phone. It does dumb phone things, and there's some games on it, but I'm not going to play them because whatever. Is the time right on here? Let me check. 9:30. Oh my god. Gotta love it when you accidentally stop recording. I wish you could just slide down on my phone and then not stop recording. I could just check the time, but I do know the time is right. Found that out the hard way. That's a shame. Okay, like I said, last dumb phone. This is the first smartphone. Worst find. This is an iPhone SE. I don't know what storage it has. Yeah, as you can see, the screen is all broken. This is not supposed to be black. This is a replacement screen, and I'm pretty sure the home button is a replacement too, because it just feels like crap. And yeah, the screen sucks. It's broken, and this thing is unfortunately FMI on. The touchscreen's all messed up. However, it didn't have a passcode, so you can just access it like with a different screen. But I'm not going to bother doing that on video. Yeah, it's a shame. Other than the screen being messed up, if the frame's not in terrible condition, if this wasn't FMI on, it would be more worth restoring. But I already have an SE. I think in the same color. I have a couple SEs that work fine, so it's just low priority device. Next up is this, which is worse. I'll just show this. This is a Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime. This came from the AT&T at that place. And yeah, there's some private stuff on there. This phone works perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's in really nice shape. It had a screen protector on it originally, a plastic one, and also had a case that was built like an OtterBox. Yeah, it's not a very interesting device. It's just your average low-end Samsung. It's slow. It burns your hand when you use it for too long, like most old phones at the time do, or most old low-end phones do. Yeah, couldn't complain about it. It's not the worst thing in the world. Pretty nice. I mean, it's very similar to my Galaxy On 5. I'm pretty sure it's the same phone except rebranded. So yeah, that's a throwback. I think I still have that phone. I don't remember. This is an older find. Next up is this LG K7. This thing's in really nice shape. Also came from the AT&T there, I think. Yeah, it came from the AT&T. Nothing wrong with this thing at all. It works. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about it because it's just, besides the fact it's your average LG from the time. Low end, terrible haptics, but that's just gotta love LG, guys. Checked about phone. Yep, LG K10. Not a whole lot to say about that. It works fine. If I really wanted to, I could use this as a main device, but why the heck would I? That's just torture, I swear. Feels nice in the hand though, but I remember I used to be a huge fan of this volume button and power button setup, but now I don't miss it. Like, I accidentally turn off the phone when trying to turn up the volume. I have to press it really hard just for it to work. Okay. Next up, I kind of forget the model number of this. It's a nicer phone, as you can see. It has a fingerprint. Gotta type this in. See that? Turn it around. The fingerprint scanner is the Motorola logo. That's not two cameras. The other thing's just a depth sensor. It might not even do anything. Tap the Motorola logo. Wow, it's unlocked. The phone feels pretty nice to hold. It has a really nice battery too. It's like 5,000 milliamps. The screen is not too bad looking on this thing either. I don't remember the name of this thing exactly. It's E5 something. Might be yep. I was about to say E5 Super, but it turns out I was right. So yeah, it's a Moto E5 Super. These things are exclusive to Cricket, but it's just a rebadged other Motorola phones, so nothing too special. This came from the AT&T bin as well. This was just literally sticking out of it. Like, I swear they just barely empty that thing, just enough so phones can go in it again, but it gets filled up so quickly every time I go there. Yeah, it was just sticking out of there, so I couldn't get a bin pick or anything. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this phone. I don't know if I could unlock it, but it's not like I would main this thing. It's just neat to have one of these Motorolas. I don't really have many Motorolas of this time. And finally, the best find would have to be this iPhone 7. It's a 32 gig. Oops, I might have just showed some private stuff on accident. As you can see, the back's like in okay condition. It's a little scuffed up. Frame's a little bit beat up. It's dirty still. I need to give it a good cleaning. Screen's a little cracked, but it's an OEM screen, so that's okay. It can be fixed though. But I think, as you can tell, because of how it's actually set up, this thing is FMI off. So yeah, besides the cracked screen, it's a perfectly good phone. Well, it actually has a pretty terrible battery, because let me check this battery health. Yeah, it says service. Yeah, 73%. That's not very good, and you can tell. You can tell this phone was very heavily used because the battery dies quite quickly. And it just feels like it was well used. What do you expect for a 5-year-old phone? Crazy, this thing is so old now. Yeah, this is the best find. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with all these things, the finds and the gifts from my grandparents. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this video, though. Good stuff. Hopefully I can make a new bin video eventually. I don't want to have a huge drought with finds. As I expected, Black Friday was not a good day for finds. People were trying to be like, oh, this will be the best one yet. It in fact was not, at least for me. But you know what? That's just how it is. And that phone is still boot looping. Wow. But yeah, I think that's it for this video, though. I hope you guys enjoyed.